so you'll understand. Social media giants are heartless. I mean, they really, really heartless. So yesterday I told y'all, well, damn, girl, you don't have no type of body to be wearing nothing you got on right now. Like none of that stuff you wearing, you should be wearing it. Like your old man should have told you, baby, don't go out the house looking like that. Don't go out the house looking like that. That don't look good on you, girl. Don't look good on you. Listen, I'm gonna ask you a question. What's the top news story all around the world right now? What is the top news story all over the planet right now? The assassination or attempted assassination of Donald Trump is the top news story all over the world. Go to Google Trends right now. It's google.trends or Google Trends and click explore real time and see what the top news story is. Then I want you to go to Google Trends and I want you to switch your jurisdiction to outside of the United States and I want you to see what the top news story is. In every other nation outside of America, the top news story is the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. In America, the top news story is some damn basketball, some damn football. And the reason why I bring this to your attention, ladies and gentlemen, is because I told you guys over the weekend that by 3 a.m. today, they would roll out their talking points. They might have rolled them out maybe 3 a.m. Sunday, but it's hard for them to get it all together. I told you by 3 a.m. today, they would roll out their talking points and they would have this cohesive narrative that they would be painting. And so again, I'll just start scrolling through, and I'm seeing a narrative. I'm gonna point out some things that don't make no sense. And then I said, let me just go see what's trending. I need to do that for my channel anyway, to see if there's anything that I really talk about that's trending that I could jump in on. That's how I found the tool or spit on that thing. So I'm just trying to see. And I'm like, hold on, why ain't nobody talking about the president getting shot up beside the ear? Why ain't nobody talking about the president getting his ear nicked by a bullet? Why this ain't nowhere in the news? Why it's not nowhere trending? Oh, hold on. They suppressing it. Then you go back and you look at what started happening to my channel and other channels that was talking about it, and your views is like this. Yeah, we suppress you. But this is not something that you could suppress. You can't suppress it. Nah. Oh, baby. You on every type of drug there is, girl. Poor sweetheart. Lord help that little lady. That's terrible. She got to be on every drug there is. That's terrible to see. All right. Again, YouTube. I want to, for a moment, let me pause, guys, and make sure YouTube has clarification. This is me smoking a cigar on my lunch break. Really ain't my lunch break. Before I start work. I am not promoting the cigar. I intentionally take the band off of the cigar that I smoke so nobody can see the brand. I do not talk about cigar brands here. So, as far as you giving in to people who false flag my channel over tobacco, I don't think we should have a problem. But if we do have a problem, I want you to clarify that, what the issue is. All right. So, watch this. We saw yesterday, people was coming out saying that, it was a fake stage setup. It's all a show. Those are two different things. One is the Q narrative. The world is a stage. It's all a show. Don't worry about it. The other one is just, no, Donald Trump decided that he was going to set up an attempted assassination to make him more popular in the polls. You know what I'm saying? Which that was not necessary. That just negates the fact that the candidate that he was running with just days prior was bumbling and stumbling. The whole party was trying to fight and get rid of him. Right? So to say that Donald needed to have somebody shoot him in the ear to make him raise and his poll numbers go up means that you really believe that Joe Biden was okay. So when you see somebody say, well, Donald needed that so his poll numbers could go up, just say, okay, so I realize you's a dummy. And you didn't see the fact that your presidential candidate got his butt whooped on a debate. And then for the past 2 weeks after the debate, everybody was talking about getting rid of him. Now, what I like about this situation is I don't like the fact that my man got his ear clipped, but I like the fact that Joe is the albatross around their neck. And it's only a matter of time before Joe get up there and fall up some steps, fall down some steps. You know, they get a video of him eating pea soup. Something gonna go crazy with him. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep doing, you can't do that much drugs to keep him in line. But watch that. Let's talk about the narrative. Yesterday I was talking about how they had the first guy that came out, which was the shooter, that was significantly overweight. And I said that was like my fat behind climbing up on a hot tin metal roof, and it would be like a stranded beach well on the roof. They're going to see me. Right? Remember, guys? Remember I said that? It's the truth. My fat ass trying to climb on a hot tin roof in a 90-degree weather day. That's not going to work. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Right? So, they roll out the next guy. And I told y'all, remember the guy with the red hat with the orange hair? It's orange hair. I said something ain't right about him. One of y'all, genius subscribers, pointed this out. She was a beautiful little lady. I hope she here. Girl, you gorgeous. She said, you know, DW, that was on the BBC News first. She's like, you know, the BBC was the first one to report the buildings falling at the World Trade Center, and they reported too early. And then I said, you know what? Hold on. Let me go think. So I get on the computer, BBC, and I use their AI. And I asked their AI, I said, AI, look, who owned the BBC? Where did the BBC come from? What's the significance of the BBC? What is the significance of BBC in American politics? Blah, 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 blah. British Royal Television, owned by the Royals. Oh, okay. So we got something that was initially owned by the Royals that's supposed that their owned media reporting in American media that, hey, you know, we was waving, we saw this guy up there on the roof. Then they come back out again today, and I was like, oh, you dirty bastards. They come back out again today, and they say, look, the police went up there, and they encountered the man on the top of the tin roof. Now, stop, pause, and listen. This don't make no damn sense. Let me walk through the story. So, the passerbyers flagged down the local police. The local police drive up in their car or walk over. He climbs up on top of the roof. The guy points the gun at the local police. The local police backs off, and then he starts shooting at the president. That's what they want you to believe. Now, I don't know about you, but it's a well-known fact. In my hood, if you point a gun at a cop, you getting sprayed wet. Point blank, period. If you point a weapon at somebody in law enforcement, you should expect to get your block knocked off. I don't care what color you is. I don't care what age you is. I don't care what you is. If you point a weapon at the police, you gonna get shot. So what you expect me to believe, you want me to take this, can y'all please hit the like button and just stop disrespecting my mind? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're just disrespecting a brother's mind. Hit the like button, man. That's crazy. 239 and 48 people is just so disrespectful. Watch that. So, you expect me to believe that a real cop climbed up on the roof and they tell him there's a man up there with a weapon. Officer, there's a guy up there with a weapon. 20 people telling you if there's a guy up there with a weapon. He climbed up on the roof. He didn't have his service weapon as he's coming up over the roof. So he didn't come up over the roof with a service weapon. I ain't talking about he don't have an AR. He got a service weapon. He got a regular handgun. So he climbing. He didn't come up peeking over the roof with a service weapon. So take a look. At all. So he didn't have a weapon drawn. This guy had an opportunity to turn and point a weapon at him, and then he flees, giving the suspect an opportunity to shoot the president. You expect me to believe that? They expect you to believe that. That is the dumbest narrative I've ever seen. But I'm going to tell you what done happened. Somebody saw somebody in law enforcement over there. And so they have to cover for the fact that somebody was dressed in a law enforcement uniform, or maybe someone dressed in a Secret Service uniform. Let's keep it real. In that area. Just think about it. It don't make no damn sense, man. How you just leave that spot open? Just don't make no sense. You got a clear line of sight at the podium. Y'all the Secret Service of the United States of Americas. And you didn't have that line of sight covered? Oh, don't make no sense. So somebody was seen. And that somebody was the real shooter. If you go look at that little boy that they have on the news, you go look at that little boy. You can tell that little boy was on every type of drug there was. Every type of drug there was, that little boy was on. And you expect me to believe that little drugged up boy did that? But he the perfect patsy, registered Republican. Look at that little boy and tell me that boy looked like he a registered, just for real. What he look like? When we start talking about the prototypical, literally prototypical description of political parties, and you look at a conservative young dude versus a liberal young dude. I in my Bible study, we have a lot of conservative young men, and they're young white men, and don't none of them look weak sauce like that, and ain't none of them got no green skin like that. But I can tell you, you can go to you can watch any video of any Antifa rally or old Black Lives Matter rally, and you're going to see that, and it's really a spirit on those people. You can go see that same look, that dead-eyed blank face, that skin that's kind of like this greenish tint to it, almost like a ghoul. Go look at it. But you expect me to believe that that dude right there was a shooter. That don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense. And so they walking you down the road. Somebody saw something. Remember, it's going to be hard to get the truth because the FBI that did the Mar-a-Lago raid is the same FBI that's in charge of this. So, and I want to remind you guys, remember, was it Cabe? FBI agent Cabe or Strzok? There was one of them that he went to testify in front of Congress or the Senate. And he just had this twisted, demented, demonic look on his face. And that was one of the either assistant directors of the FBI or directors of the FBI. Peter Strzok, that was his name. And if you go back and you look at him and look at his face, that's a perfect representation of, I'm not talking about the lower level FBI. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the lower level of the FBI and you're watching me, I ain't talking about you. I met a couple of you guys, y'all solid people. I'm talking about your bosses. They wildin'. They demon possessed. So you go look at that. And remember, it was like his face was twisted, his eyebrows up, and he had this crazy smile. I was like, that's a damn demon. That's a damn demon. That ain't a human being. That's a damn demon. Y'all remember that? And see, that's the problem. They don't really want you to remember. But if you could just remember what you've seen from last year to this year, you can see the whole playing field. Like somebody said, oh, it's all staged. It was all staged. That's because that dumb motherfucker don't have no memory. And I'm sorry. I do love Jesus. Lord, I repent for cursing, but I got to make the point. You don't have a memory. You don't. Because if you have any form of memory, then you realize, hold on, man, this is a line of events, a series of events. This ain't just one event that happened. And you go stand on the line, and you start running down the line, looking at you back 2 years ago, looking over here on standing on the line. Yeah, I remember that guy. You remember that guy in the FBI that was going crazy? And he was on there, he was doing like this on screen, smiling. Yeah, I remember him. Wait, he was in charge of the FBI. Then you run back a little bit. Oh yeah, I remember they did a raid in Mar-a-Lago. And I remember they did a raid at Joe Biden's place and they found all these documents in his garage. And they weren't secure, but nobody did nothing. But I remember the classified documents that Trump placed in Mar-a-Lago, they raided the place and made a big deal out of it and had a shoot to kill order. And then I waited 2 situations. Look on this side, look on that side, how they was handled. It's clear there's something wrong with them people in the FBI. I can't trust them. Then you run down the line some more. You know, like, you know how they do on the video games? They be running like this. This us running down the line. And we get over here. And we look around and you see other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's right there in front of you. If you just ran back the line all the way back to the Kennedy assassination, let's run. This is how they run on the video games. You know, on the video game, the hands be in front of them. They be running like that. I'm out of breath. We had the Kennedy assassination. We ran a long way. Wait. What was the MO for that assassination? They had a patsy for that one, right? What his name? Lee Harvey something? But didn't they come out later and say the bullets came from all these different angles? You see what I'm saying? But nobody got no damn memory. But the ones with the memory, oh, you crazy. It's all a show. Watch this. We're gonna run back down the line. We running backwards. Wait, if we're running backwards, I gotta run like this. All right, we back at the Q movement. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Look at all this information. It's all a show. The world's a show. Trust bar. Trust bar. Let's run forward. Let's run back a little bit forward from that point. Bar ain't do a damn thing. Trust Cave. Trust Stark. Trust this person. Trust that person. We ain't supposed to remember all that happened. All right, we're going to leave that. This is the hands run from the video game. You're running. This is how they do it. And then on a video game, they get tired of running and start going slow. Catch your breath. Damn it, I just dropped cigar ashes everywhere. Let me quit playing. So now we back in the future, back where we was, right? We back where we was. And we sitting here looking at the news. And we sitting there saying, say, bro, and I look at all the series of events that's going on that done happen, that could happen, that we done seen. This is a total load of bull crap, baby. It clearly is. It clearly is. Now, the future hasn't happened yet. And it's not set, and every possibility on the planet is possible. Everything is possible. All the little dimensions of realities that exist all at once are happening all at the same time. So right now, while I'm sitting here smoking a cigar, I'm also at the same time in the office working. I'm also somewhere in a brothel. I'm also somewhere probably on the edge of a roof. Throughout all the dynamics of things that could possibly happen. And somebody said, Dark Waters, that don't make no sense. There had to be all possibilities playing out at once. In order for the one true God to be able to see all the possibilities to help you in your judgment, but we ain't gonna go through that. The point I'm making is this. We're at the point now where over the weekend they were so disorganized with all the talking points, it was everywhere. So now we're at the point where we can see where they're headed. And when I look at that narrative that's coming out that there was a cop there who could have interceded who didn't, but we can't, nobody tell us the cop. We don't have no description of him. Was he a black cop, white cop? You have badge number, you have the card number, you have all of that. It just tells me that y'all need to hit the damn like button. That's what it tells me. Y'all need to hit the damn like button. We got 333 people in here. Ain't nobody hitting the like button. You just sitting here watching me smoke my cigar, but you don't like me. But you know how important it is nowadays for people to like me? Even though you don't know me, it's important that you like me. Because the algorithms made it important. Quite frankly, I wouldn't give a damn if you like me. But for the algorithm's sake, I need you to like me. Now, I ain't gonna shuck and jive and dance. You know, I'm dancing no jig for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll sing for you, though. I'll sing for you. But I ain't gonna dance no jig. All right, so we got the narrative about the cop. Don't nobody know who the cop is. Don't nobody know where the cop went. And I submit to you that that cop was the actual shooter. I submit that he was right up on that thing with that boy in his ear, and he said, "Okay, son, I got my rifle with you. I'm gonna help you do it. I'm gonna talk you through it." And the kid's like, "Yeah, we're gonna get President Trump." Took that shot, handed that rifle to that boy, got the hell up out of there. Something like that. Had to be something. Or maybe he was in a car with him, or maybe he drove him there. Something else is going on. It don't make no sense. It don't make no damn sense. Well, I can tell you this. When I saw who the director of the Secret Service was, and I saw that same green skin, now to be clear, somebody gonna say, "Man, you being racist," and they're gonna try and flag you. It's a spirit that's with people, and you see it. They have this pale green skin. It don't really matter if they black, if they white, if they Latino. When that spirit gets on them, their skin always has this paled out, greenish, trollish look to it. Go back again, I submit to you, go back and look at all the movements, and you're going to see it. But when I saw her, I said, okay, that explains it all. It explains it all. It explains every last drop of it. Because that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. And what worries me is they came out, they gave their press conference. Again, I did not watch the press conference. I saw that they did a press conference. And I saw that the headline was, "We're prepared for the RNC." Now somebody will say, "DW, you should watch the press conference." Well, I'm not actually using my brain, my AI brain, my not artificial, I would call it my GI brain, my God intelligence brain, if I'm sucking in the talking points that they want to give. So I'm sitting there pulling it from the realm of the spirit and the ether where all the information is. But I see them talking about the Republican National Convention, which should be this weekend or next weekend or whenever it is. It may be this weekend, right? And they say, "Oh, we have that completely under control." Well, fuck, they don't. No, bro, they ain't got that under control. They ain't got that under control. It's obvious they didn't have this under control. It's obvious they don't have that under control. I'm sorry, they don't. The simple fact they had to come out and tell us that, "Oh, we got this." Oh, really? You got this? Bitch, you supposed to have it. But now you got it. You sure you got it now? You supposed to been had it, but now you got it. You got it now. But you're supposed to have it back when it counted, but now you got it now. Man, I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. You know what I'm saying? We got this. Who comes out after making the gravest mistake on the planet and say, "We got this"? Man, you come out and you say something like this. "Ladies and gentlemen of the United States of America, first of all, we want to apologize for what you witnessed. I'm ashamed of what happened as the head of the Secret Service, and I want you to know this will never happen again. And I want to repent to God in heaven for what happened, and I want to apologize to the nation because you had to be traumatized by these events. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry. I'm deeply sorry from my heart, and I speak for myself and the entire Secret Service organization when I say this will never happen again. Hashtag never again." If I was there, because that would override the hashtag resign, but it would be hashtag never again. And then I would walk into the office and I would tell the existing director, because I would be the new director, I walk into the existing director, "Pack up all your shit and get out of here." You're not redeemable at all. There's no way you can be presented to the American people. We can't present you. Not after this. You got to go. But instead, "We got this." It's the sound bite. It's the talking point. So yeah. Homie, that RNC convention is jacked up. Somebody said never say never. this is what you gotta understand about confidence in people's government and confidence in people's systems of authority. You see, once confidence in systems of authority is undermined, chaos ensues. So, for example, people don't understand the whole Black Lives Matter movement, which led to the defund the police movement, erupted the confidence in the authority of police all over the place. I mean, corroded the confidence in the authority of police all over the place. And it was that corrosive element that allowed the defund the police movement to come in. And so the defunding came, and then all chaos broke loose everywhere. Because criminals don't give a damn about you and me. They just sitting there watching the news saying, yo, B, you know they just defunded the police. We used to have to do our dirt on the police shifts. You know what I'm saying? We used to wait till the shift was changing. But bro, they ain't got no people out here in these streets, man. Nah, bro, we gotta wait till the shift change. Dog, I'm telling you, that shit, they don't have enough of them. Nah, bro, what you trying to tell me is, so if we go over here and do this on this side of town, we could do whatever we want on this side of town? Yeah. Hold on, let's go see. So then they sit back and they chilling, looking. They outside, shift change, looking to see cops come in and out. Real talk, I'm telling you, real stuff. Sitting there watching the shift change. Man, that's way less police on shift change than it was. Yeah, bro, I told you. Oh, man, they wild. And this is what y'all don't even understand. People be like, oh, they ran up in the store and they ran and rammed the car into a store and they stole all the stuff. Or they ran into the mall and they broke into the mall and they stole all these stuff from Saks Fifth Avenue or from Apple. They do it on a shift change. So you already ain't got no police. And then you do realize the people who are out got to come in and get ready to go home, and the people who got to come in to get ready to go out. There's a time period in the middle where nobody's out there. That's when they go wilding. But hey, whatever. All I'm telling you is this. You cannot corrode the trust and the belief and confidence in those type of organizations. You cannot allow that to happen. You just can't. So this one incident signals to every major country around the world weakness at a level that they didn't know we were weak at. You understand what I'm saying to you? It signals weakness at a level to where, think about it. Watch this. Let me see somebody's name. What's that? Godless Wild Red. Good goddess wild. Okay, let's use Wild Red. I ain't gonna call you no goddess because you ain't no damn goddess. Wild Red. Let's say Wild Red is the president of the first female president of Stankonia. And I resigned as the ambassador and president. No, Andre 3000 stepped down as president of Stankonia. And I'm her new ambassador. And Wild Red is now the new president of Stankonia. And so the news break out and Wild Red is saying, ambassador, come inside, call forth the ambassador. I need counsel. I need wise counsel. And I come in and I say, Wild Red, who's now the new president of Stankonia, says they attempted to assassinate Donald Trump today. And I'm wondering what does it mean for our nation? I'm like, well, Madam President, what specifically do you want to know? What does it mean? It means that they are so weak that any nation around the world can take a shot at their leadership. It means that they're so weak that any terror cell inside of their nation, Madam President, if activated at the right time, they are not able to defend their leadership. That's what it means. That's exactly what it means. Imagine if that was an Iranian terror cell. armed to the teeth. That's what it means. And that's what was signaled by your existing president and your existing director of the Secret Service. That's the signal they gave to the whole world. Hey, come over here. We're weak. You can whack any of us, baby. Yeah, baby. We're so weak. Now, Wild Red, you are no longer president of Stankonia. Andre 3000 is now back to being president of Stankonia. I'm now the ambassador. Thank you for sitting in for the purposes of this. But you do have an honorary Harvard degree from being in the chat, and I want you to know this. But you're no longer the president of Stankonia. Now, if you understand these things, ladies and gentlemen, and you truly do, then you understand why I'm be spazzing out like, what the hell? Because, I mean, it's the clearest sign of weakness. And now somebody may be saying, watch this. And this is a narrative they're going to sell to you. Oh, well, you know, inside the country. Oh, Trump faked that because he needed to win the polls. And then on the other side, oh, no, Joe Biden and them did it because Joe is a losing piece of trash. That's the narrative that goes on inside the country. There's this debate that's going on inside the country. Frankly, because they want a civil war. Outside the country, you got people sitting there saying, they're weak. They're about the weakest we ever seen them be. And they debate. They said, okay, we could probably hit them, but we got to remember, this is America. You hit America and you unify all of them against a common enemy, they're going to come over here and they're going to mollywop us. So you got all these people outside the country looking, saying, yo, dog, and they thirsty. They wolves. Like, yeah, we might need to get them. And then somebody's over there saying, nah, dog, you have to let them destroy themselves. Because if you hit them, and you hit them the wrong way, they're going to unify. And then all of them going to turn, and they're going to come marching, walking down on us. So we got to let them, we got to keep the subterfuge going. Let's give some more donations. Let's do this. Because we can't just hit them out front. We hit them out front, they coming. Because that's just how they are. That's how that nation is. That's the spirit of the nation. You hit them, they riding. And they're going to forget all the black, white. They're going to forget everything. They just going to ride. So it's a very, very delicate situation that we in. It's touchy, as someone said in the chat. It's a super touchy situation. That boy right there look like he pure CIA. It's a touchy situation. Let me tell y'all something. Probably shouldn't say this. I'm not going to say that. All I'm going to tell you is this. Keep your head on a swivel. If you black like me, and people going to say I'm being racist, I'm serious. If you got this kind of skin and you going to church, man, bruh, if you see something wild outside your church, deal with it. It's better that you go sit than let them people do what they're going to do. You're going to have to deal with that. It's better that you go take a sit down and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody pull up a random truck outside your church, man, you're going to have to go get at them. Because I'm telling you, they ain't got too many cards left to play. I got flagged for this video yesterday when I talked about it because people was flagging the video, but I didn't say nothing that was like out of whack. And they was like, nah, you didn't say nothing. No, I ain't say nothing that wasn't advertiser friendly. In fact, I ain't saying nothing that nobody else ain't said. I'm probably saying that before a lot of people, but I ain't saying nothing else nobody else ain't said. So you just got to be on your P's and Q's. And it's not, and ladies and gentlemen, for those of you going to be like, oh, you know, you all about race. No, you got to understand, race is a tool in their toolbox. And if you're not willing to acknowledge the fact that that's a tool in their toolbox, then you silly. It's a tool in their toolbox, in the Illuminati toy box. The race, assassination, eclipses, truck bombs, terrorist attacks, power outages, all tools. So when I point out the tool in the toolbox and how they intend to use the tool, don't try and make me out to be something I'm not. I'm just pointing the tool out to you. That's just if I told you that right there is a hammer, you gonna get mad at me for calling it a hammer? Come on, bro. Don't play me like that. You know what I'm saying? If I said that's a screwdriver, you can't get mad at me because I'm telling you it's a screwdriver. It's a damn screwdriver. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. All right. Spiritual warfare weekend starts Friday night. I have so much to do. Not a lot to do. Now think about it. I got a whole lot to do. Like for somebody that said race don't matter in this, you just go to show how ignorant you are. Race matters in the context of people turning one against the other. So it does matter. It matters completely if you understand. I don't know why I'm trying to explain this to you. You may never understand this. Not y'all, but that person. You may never get this because you can't get outside your existing context of the anti talking point to what you've been hit with. So for example, watch this. So they push the narrative of black victimhood, right? DEI, black people being mistreated. In certain cases, it's true to everything. In certain cases, there's some fucked up shit that black people deal with on a regular basis. But they push it even further. And it offends white people. So white people have to build up a wall of defense. And that wall of defense is, I'm not bad. You trying to tell me I'm inherently bad because I was just born this way. So they build their wall of defense. And so in order to defend that, you've been put in a corner to where you can't necessarily call it out the right way. So you say race doesn't matter. All right? That's at 1,000 feet and 1,000-foot view. Go above that view and see why it was done to you that way. Why it was done to black people, why it was done to white people, why it was done that way. If you had 1,000 feet, you only see that talking point of race doesn't matter. Go up 10,000 feet and look. Oh, it matters a lot because that's what they use in the turn one against the other. It matters tremendously. But not from the perspective and standpoint in which you think it matters. It matters as the tool that it is. And so once you respect it for the tool that it is, you're now living at 10,000 feet above the situation, and you see them swinging the hammers, using the electric drills. You're like, man, this shit is crazy. They wilding out. But if you come down to the 1,000-foot view, you're hearing, you hear the argument of, like, what's the ghetto black chick with that be having the caterpillars on her eyes that's in Congress? She got literally caterpillars on her eyes. I'm like, girl, you need to take that shit off your eyes if you're going to be representing black people in Congress. You do not need to be up there looking like a stripper. You'll hear her talking points. And you'll see the stuff that she said. You'll see Marjorie Taylor Greene and her going back and forth at it, right? And you'll see them, and you'll see that because you locked in that paradigm, but you at that level. Go higher than that level and see what the argument really is about. And then go higher again and see what provoked that argument. And then go higher again and see what provoked that argument. And now you're seeing, whoa, bruh. This shit, wow, these people out here wilding, man. And then you can make decisions on things. But at 1,000 feet, man, you ain't making no decision. You just, you know what I'm saying? You're getting dumped on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And that's the point I'm trying to relay to you when I say this. For you to sit here and say race don't matter, I understand where you are, but I'm trying to get you to think from a different level, different perspective. Yes, it does matter. In multiple contexts, it matters. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know what context it's being used from. That's like yesterday. I have my comments so where I know what I need to catch so I can get the feel for what's going on. So certain stuff don't go through. But I had about 13 older black women. They were all older. You can see their faces. That said, oh, I'm unsubscribing from you because I can't believe you a Trump supporter. And oh, I knew this was wrong with you because you a Trump or this, you are this or that. And I'm like, yo, see, I unblocked one and I commented to one. And I said, I want to thank you for acknowledging my intelligence and my ability to articulate things and catch issues in the news. Thank you so much. And God bless you. Because truthfully, sister, bro, this dude crazy. I'm finna have to check this little dude. I'm really finna have to check this man. So truthfully, what you should be acknowledging is if you're on a pro-black, oh, black this, you should be acknowledging you got an intelligent brother that's risen to a spot where he can articulate views. They may not be in the same light as yours, but he's articulate and is a masterful communicator. But that gets thrown out of the window when I don't agree with you. You see what I'm saying? Fuck what you know. You a fucking idiot because you don't agree with me. All right, well, cool. Block your ass, bang your ass. And that's what it should be. But that's not what it is. It's like, oh, if you don't agree with me, something's like wrong with you. All right. Well, I guess something wrong with us. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I might say when I got time, they want to talk to me personally. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if you trying to talk to me about something that got to do with the cryptids, and I don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? If it's something to do with spiritual warfare, where you got demonic issues and stuff, bro, this weekend we about to address all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking calls about Lake Lanier as it pertains to strange and weird stuff. If you ain't holler at me about Lake Lanier, I ain't got nothing to holler at you about right now, bro. Or if I owe you money, or you owe me money, I gotta holler at you. And it could be both. It could be vice versa. Because some of these people be like, "Oh, my website membership, you owe me money." That's why your website membership is messed up. Because you owe me, you ain't been paying me. But nonetheless, that's on the table for discussion. And sometimes I owe people money because they didn't cancel when they're supposed to cancel. But outside of that, bro, I ain't trying to talk about none of the other foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. That's 100% real. All right. We should be getting close to 12. And I need to do my 12 noon prayers. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for getting me up to 307 likes. And I appreciate you guys coming in because we're having to fight our way through the blockage on YouTube. Anybody who was around knew that this channel was getting 2,000, 3,000 people in a live stream religiously. And then the YouTube said, hey, you. Psst, Haktua. We hate you. And they Haktua on me, man. And they ain't do it in a good way. They just spit on me. You know what I'm saying? Get down bad for that. But it's okay. I want y'all to know I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I'll see y'all later. Hey, do me a favor, man. Go watch the videos that's out. Because it's not hitting y'all with the notifications I dropped too, man. Go, when you get off of here, go click the button and watch them videos, right? Peace out.